When I think about horror movies, I instinctively go towards paranormal horror movies that center around ghosts. There is something about a disembodied soul or a loved one from the beyond trying to reach out to us that is inherently creepy. And I feel like Hollywood have kind of butchered or made a mockery of paranormal horror movie. So with that in mind, my name's Rookie, I love horror movies, and here's a list of 5 underrated paranormal horror movies that nobody talks about. First up, we have The Last Will and Testament of Rosalind Lee. This is an atmospheric, slow-burning ghost story that might not be for everybody. If you like your movies with a shit ton of atmosphere, you're gonna love this film. This movie centers around a guy called Leon who returns to his late mother's home only to discover a really unsettling secret about her life. A secret that includes her obsession with the supernatural. The further into this film we go, the deeper into his late mother's life he explores, a dark presence starts to make itself known. It's a real minimalist horror movie that builds tension through a really eerie atmosphere as well as a very haunting narrative. This is a movie that relies on psychological terror as opposed to jump scares and loud noises. If, like me, you love horror movies that blur the lines between grief and the paranormal, you should really get on with this film. Next up, we have Marrowbone. So, Marrowbone is a hauntingly beautiful and very emotional ghost story, which blends family trauma with supernatural terror. The movie follows 4 siblings who move into their family home after their mother's death, only to find that it is haunted by dark secrets, shall we say. And as they try to survive, the line between the living and the dead becomes blurred. Unlike big budget Hollywood movies, this movie focuses on characters. And because of that, and because of the depth to each character, this is so much more than just a ghost story. It has a twist that really hits hard. It's atmospheric. It's also quite tender and extremely spine-chilling. Next up is one of my favourite independent ghost stories, I Am the Prettiest Thing That Lives in This House. So this movie is a slow burn atmospheric horror that feels like a walking nightmare. The film follows a living nurse who is caring for an elderly patient in this really old, decaying house. And as she believes that this house is haunted, the lines between reality and terror start to blur. The film has this really eerie, dreamlike pacing to it, and when you combine that with the surreal, eerie